into the month of April, the month of Fools, and I think we're starting pretty much on key. I mean, we see on the home front, our president gets himself an increase up to 3 million rand. Wow, man, that's quite cool. And old Dave, his buddy, gets to 2.9 million rand, big increases. Meanwhile, there, the people are starving, the country's just falling apart, the roads are falling apart. We've got the license deal of Fikile Mbalula is going to sort out the whole problem. I see that they're talking about going for a 10-year plan from the week, which is I suppose better. At first he said 24 hours to sort out 1 million people or whatever. And that situation changed, which is optimistic to say the least. While on the global front, we know that Russia is still pummeling the shit out of Ukraine. I mean, there are so many agendas there. It's frightening. Is Putin wrong? He's fighting a war. That's how you fight war. And he's got his moans, his gripes, and his reasons for doing it. And I think NATO is more the culprit than Putin, quite honestly. And it's amazing. Have you seen in the news lately about the last week? The Secretary General of NATO is all but disappeared. He's probably in the Caribbean with Biden and Boris Johnson. They're probably all having a holiday there just out of the media because they don't know what to see. We see problems all over the world. We see Sri Lanka problems. They're on a 10 hours of power a day or something. They're going to starve to death. They've got no money and no power in about a month's time. We see Pakistan, they got their own crisis of Imran Khan, a cricketer that is turning on trying to fight for his life. And, well, not his life, his career. And they're buddied with China. China's the dealer there. Meanwhile, India on the other side is buddies with Russia, and they're making deals. So we've got Russia, China, Pakistan, India. They've got different buddies. Can you imagine that whole continent leaking up? Then, of course, we've got in Somalia with some oil, something burning up there in the area. Meanwhile, it was a depot, wasn't a food depot, a supplies depot, burnt there. Meanwhile, they got no supplies, so I suppose empty depots make the whatever. But tragedy, people are dying there. Mali on the other side of the world, the French ran away, so now they're blossoming each other. They take on. So all over the world, there's problems, and Japan, China as well. Japan, they're talking about, hey, now we must say something about Russia, but China, they're checking China out. This whole place, but America, NATO, England, and France are no longer the big players. They're sitting on the sidelines going, no more change. I'm going to warn you. You warned. Don't do that again. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm not going to be very happy. Yeah, and all of a sudden they're showing they're like toothless canines. Haven't got the guts to sort out what has to be done, which is what has to be done. It should have been done in 2008, but anyway, we're sitting with the consequences now, which takes clever statesmanship. I mean, what are Russia's options? They can't pull out. They're going to the east, so they're taking the eastern thing of the Luhansk and Donetsk and Donbass area, and that will give them, and then obviously Odessa's got to go because they're trying to get to the Crimean Peninsula. And they will open up the corridor there. They're opening the corridors for people to get out. Ukraine, both sides, I think there's war crime all over the place. I don't think anyone is innocent. When war goes down, there are no rules, quite honestly. There are rules. So Russia, is he going to carry on? I don't think they want, as I said, I don't think they are interested in the whole, in only Ukraine. I think they want to antagonize. They want to engage the Western world, and they know that this is the best time they're going to ever have in history to do it. Within the lines with China, good terms with India, good terms half over Africa. America has pissed everyone off on all 5 continents. They've pissed people off. No one, they've got no credibility, and now we say they've got no firepower. So I think America, as the premier state, has lost its status and will never gain it again, not on the same scale. And I think the new powers that will be Russia and China. They will be dictating. But we look at this and we think, okay, oh, the end of democracy. Oh, well, let's look at the record of democracy. Let's think how democracy must have started. I mean, you've got kings and warlords and dictators running the place. And no, someone got up and said, probably, I think we should have representation of people. And some motherfucker convinced the king or the warlord, hey, it's a good idea. So it votes, and eventually people came in. They had power for a while. It worked. They had the will of the people. But the problem is the people that would actually get up and become politicians are big mouths do-nothings, aren't they? I mean, the general people don't want to run. We want to run. We're going to run the country. Okay, well, you do that. I'm going to be, fixing toilets and painting walls and building computer programs. You just run the country. Okay, that's cool. But then these runners actually did do that. They weren't just tidying up and making everything work. They actually started running and having taken the power. The power was usurped from the people. And we look at these people, we say democracy, it doesn't exist. There are a bunch of people we empower through a political system that then come and do exactly what they will. Exactly. With a country, with resources, with people, with the law. And this is all over. This democracy, this whole utopian democracy is only in our head. And what we do, it's like forming a relationship over social media with someone. You see someone, you see the pictures, you think, oh man, they're cool, this kind of thing. And you form a relationship with them, don't we? And then afterwards, then you meet them and say, fuck, Not only, but anyway, this is the same with countries. I think democracy, we've got this perception of what democracy, we've got the Facebook account of what democracy, but it doesn't get implemented by that. It's got the warts and it's got the pimples and it's got the bad things and it's bad attitude and everything. So I don't know if democracy is the answer. I think you look at China and you look at these dictatorships and they work correctly. No freedom of press. There's no freedom of speech. But have we actually got the right? And that's great for me to talk because I choke my bloody mouth off, as you know. But has humanity got the intellect to handle freedom of speech without breaking the ship to pieces? And have we got the intellect, knowing our greed, to have democracy work? And is the public sector, the mass of the public, equipped to choose who will lead, that they can actually decide, no, we like this party. Why? No, the ANC, I love the flag. I love the EFF, he calls it kakkies, a lekker oukies, that's for the people. That's good. They're 30-second commercials. But can they lead? And what are we looking for when we're looking? I mean, when you're looking for a leader, sure, you're not just looking for their well, this is the problem. We do, don't we? Look for the poster boy. Instead of looking for the people that can lead and actually, what are they leading us to? What are the issues? What are the issues on foreigners coming into the country, on religion, on freedom of expression, racism? Gender-based violence. What are the issues? What are their solutions? We all know, we're going to put a commission, we're going to solve no more gender-based violence. Racism, dirty word, no, we will not. We are not going to ban racism. And then the next one they're saying, no, we must have a party. But check this party, they don't talk about race, so they're wrong. Party doesn't talk about race, so now all of a sudden they're wrong. But you said you didn't want them to talk about what we all said. We said, no race. Then when they don't talk about race, it's, now hold it, they're racist. Fuck, man. Oh my God. Aren't we a friggin' strange species, aren't we? But anyway, going back to the thing, I think this whole story of neutrality we have to reinvent this thing of neutrality. This situation of putting these big children playing with big toys at our expense is crazy. And people are getting killed, Putin, all of them, they're all wrong. They need to work out how they can work it. And how they work it, they're not looking at the end game. They're not saying, where is this thing going? Where's Putin going with this? I mean, every day, no, he's losing the war. We need to another town goes to peace. No, he's demoralized his soldiers. They're all done. The building goes. Anyway, have a lucky weekend. I think we should be making peace with each other first. We have our own little domestics with our friends, families, and all of these kind of things, and then we wonder why countries can't make peace. I think we need to be more tolerant of each other, more peaceful in traffic, in driving to work, at work, wherever we go out. We need to stop being so fucking macho and tough and start understanding. A little bit of compassion, empathy, and understanding goes a long, long way. Have a lucky weekend. Bye.